Hi there, and we're back here at PA Harness Week covering the big day Super Stakes Sunday that took place, oddly enough, on Sunday. And the Colonial, which was the signature horse race at Liberty Bell Park. And it makes me sad because everybody who knows Liberty Bell used to refer to it one way, the Bell. And the Bell has been shut down for many, many years. In fact, longer than it had even been open. But it had an historic, great history. And this race was the biggest of the big. And this one goes on in that fine tradition. Hambletonian winner Broadband. I was about to say Broadband, but it's Broadband. If he talks to his trainer, it's Bond. If he talks to his driver, it's Band. Okay. Well, George Brennan was the 8-5 chalk. Man of Many Missions, with first-time David Miller and DeJarmo with Brian Sears were both the 2-1 co-second choices. And with that exciting call, here's James.
Off in the Colonial, Broadband fast off the mark. DeJarmo flashes speed up the inside. Opening night will line up in third as Broadband, the Hambletonian winner, clears DeJarmo by 2.5 lengths moving into the first turn. 2.5 more to opening night in third by 2. Man of Many Missions is fourth. Pastor Stephen is fifth. Big Rigs and Whatever It Takes are next. The back marker is leader of the gang, and he is 15 lengths behind Broadband. Broadband, a length and 3/4 leader from DeJarmo, and they've pulled clear by 3.5 from opening night after a 27-1 first quarter. Passed us on the first occasion. Broadband maintains a comfortable length and 3/4 advantage on DeJarmo in the loose pocket. Opening night's drawn a much closer third, now 3.5 from the front. Man of Many Missions closes up the gap in fourth, and now David Miller guides him to the outside. Man of Many Missions with 5.5 to make up. Pastor Stephen will track his cover at race's midpoint. Big Rigs, a length away the inside. He's 8.5 from the front. Whatever It Takes floated third over and 3 off last. Now off stride as leader of the gang. The half mile 55-2, and Broadband leads DeJarmo by a length and a half with 3/8 to go in the 41st Colonial. Broadband holding clear. Now he's 2 in front. Man of Many Missions took second wide of DeJarmo. Opening night is fourth and still 3.5 from the front. Pastor Stephen laboring to his outside. Then comes Big Rigs followed wide by Whatever It Takes, and a long last is leader of the gang. 3/4 in 124 flat, and Broadband is put to the test by Man of Many Missions. Their heads apart coming to head stretch, and DeJarmo is fanned 3 wide as they cut the corner. Man of Many Missions takes over, chased home by DeJarmo. Broadband is defeated at the 70. Man of Many Missions holding sway. Man of Many Missions takes Colonial 41.
Well, just like in the Hambletonian, Man of Many Missions came first up against Broadband. But what a difference a race makes. This time, Man of Many Missions had his manners on. He stayed flat, went by Broadband, and held up the fast-closing DeJarmo to win the Colonial in 153 flat, tying the track record. And, of course, it was a good track. Pastor Stephen was 4 back in the non-factor at third. Broadband faded the fourth. And now here's more on the race.
Well, he had the rail and got away fourth. That was a little better than I thought he was going to get away. He was trotting good, handled the track well, and I decided to move him there heading up the back stretch, and he did the rest. I can't say enough about him. He raced very strong, very tough, and he handled it. I think the track really seemed to suit him today.
He's just a horse that you have to wait on. He doesn't get in gear real easy, but when he does, he can live outside like he did there first up and just grind him down. He's got a lot of potential.
Where does Man of Many Missions go next?
I think we have to talk about it. He'll either go to the Swig or to the Canadian Trotting Classic.
Thank you, folks. Time now. You like a good battle? You want a battle? Put them up, put them up, put them up, put them up. Heather's got the Battle of Brandywine for you now.
Okay, in here, number 5, Alexie Hanover is the favorite. This horse is super fast. Has Scott Zeron on the bike, and Scott won more races than anybody else in all of Canada last year. But still, I couldn't believe he was the favorite because Roll with Joe, who happens to be the number 1 horse in here, has Ron Pierce. Now, Ron Pierce could take Alexie Hanover or Roll with Joe. He took Roll with Joe, okay? So that says something, right?
And he probably could win with Bossy the Cow, too, because he wins all the big money races. Hello.
That's true. But then there's number 4, Big Bad John, who happened to be my pick in this race. I love this horse with David Miller on board. He's coming off a tremendous effort. Everybody else, double digits.
Off for the Battle of the Brandywine, Roll with Joe, Powerful Mist, and Custer the Dragon. These three all left for the lead. Custer the Dragon sticks a nose just in front, but Roll with Joe is going to push the pace. Powerful Mist takes back to track this battle from third, and Custer the Dragon was rough gated on the first turn, so Roll with Joe was able to take over. Roll with Joe, a length and a quarter in front. Powerful Mist tight in the pocket. Custer the Dragon was reined back into third after some uneasy moments there on the first turn. Alsace Hanover is just off the pace today. He's fourth and 4.5 lengths from the lead, followed by Big Bad John, 2 back to Winkin' At Ya, 2 more to Feel Like a Fool, and High Noon moves wide from last, the quarter 26 and 4/5 seconds over this good going with Roll with Joe, a length and a half in front of Powerful Mist. Alsace Hanover heads outer flow, headed for the bridge turn. The Adios winner up within 2.5 lengths of the lead, taking third narrowly from Custer the Dragon. Big Bad John tracks cover to race's midpoint. He's fifth and 4.5 from the front. Winkin' At Ya's got 6 to make up, just wide of Feel Like a Fool, and Feel Like a Fool made a break, overtaken from the back by High Noon. The half mile, 54 and 4. 3/8 to go in the 35th Battle of the Brandywine, and Roll with Joe continues to shoulder the load. A length and a half in front of Alsace Hanover, a joint second with the pocket-sitting Powerful Mist. Big Bad John was guided 3 wide. He's gained to within 2.5 lengths of the lead. Custer the Dragon begins to labor, 4.5 from the front. Winkin' At Ya's saving ground with 5.5 to come. 2 farther back to High Noon, and Roll with Joe hit 3/4 in 1:21 and 2. Coming to head stretch, Roll with Joe trying to take them all the way. He's a length and a half in front of an all-out Powerful Mist. Alsace Hanover lunging desperately at Roll with Joe in these final yards. Roll with Joe all out. Alsace Hanover, one last lunge. Oh, photo finish in the battle.
It was so close that our announcer, James, couldn't even separate the two, which is extremely rare, my friends, believe me. Okay, so who wins? It's Roll with Joe over Alsace Hanover. Roll with Joe wins with Ron Pierce in the bike. They win in 1:49 and 2. Alsace Hanover, by the way, I thought was extremely huge. He took second. Big Bad John tried to make that big 3-wide bid, but he ended up settling for third. You're about to see the connections being interviewed for Roll with Joe. There is no Ron Pierce in this upcoming interview. Why? He had to catch a plane to Finland to get married.
No.
Yeah, so congratulations, Ronnie.
That's his excuse for not being allowed to be interviewed? What, are you kidding me?
What up with that?
He's getting married? What up with that?
All right, take it away, Susan.
This is once in a lifetime for guys, for the most part. I mean, this is, you don't get horses like this too often. So
What were you thinking when the gate folded?
I was happy to see him get out of there pretty quick. I know sometimes, the rail horse doesn't get out of here, get out of the gate too well in Chester, but he did, and things worked out real well. What they go, 26 and 4.
I think so.
Yeah.
At any point, were you a little worried or were you a little confident?
I was a little worried down the lane. I wasn't running out to the winner's circle. I think he had him stacked up around the 3/4 pole, but then he held on. He was tough enough.
Well, we have been telling you all day long just how big a day Super Stakes Sunday was. Just how big was it? Well, our Charlotte caught up with Director of Racing Operations here at Harrah's Chester, Barry Brown.
I'm here with Barry Brown, the Director of Racing Operations here at Chester. Last Sunday, an amazing Sunday. Summarize it up for us just a little bit, and what an incredible day it was.
Well, it was an absolutely great day here at Harrah's Chester. Fortunately, the rain held off for most of the day, and on the racetrack, See You at Peelers just stole the show. A great performance again. Our fans embraced her being here, so that was just great to see.
And money-wise, it was the richest day in harness racing this year, correct?
Absolutely. It was the highest handled day in Harrah's Chester racing history, so it was just a great day all around.
And looking at the fans, the rain did hold off. Did you say that they enjoyed it?
Absolutely. It was great in the sense. Also, we had Jonathan Groff here. He sang the national anthem. He spent some time out on the patio in a meet and greet. The fans embraced that. And, of course, we had Meet the Drivers. The guys spent some time for about 45 minutes before the races, shaking hands, talking to the fans, and the fans all around had a great time.
Having a successful day like that, what does that mean for future endeavors in this racetrack?
Well, for us, Super Stakes Sunday has been our premier event each year, and of course, as we look forward, we will continue to try to improve on what we do with Super Stakes Sunday. We hear what our fans tell us, and for us to be able to put on a show like that just gives us great motivation to keep putting on events and bringing the fans out and giving them what they want.
Thank you, Charla. Stick around with us because when we come back, more big doings from Sunday's Super Stakes Sunday here at Harrah's Chester, and we'll go up to Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs. Why say ye? Let me tell you why. Because there was a track record set up there, and the track record was broken. It was set previously by a filly named See You with Peelers. So if you're going to the fridge, make it quick. Come back at it.
Love You Bye has been consistently on the board of late now.